Genghis Khan got a great scientist. Yeah. There we go. Shaved off a turn and only had to spend more money for one turn. That's worth it. There we go. The city's going to start growing now because it actually has some food, and it's going to have more once the plantation's done.
I will
Feudalism!
to my lord be true and faithful, and love all which he loves, and shun all which he shuns.
Now, as nice as serfdom is after a big war, so you can really make good use of all of your new land very quickly, slavery is probably still a better idea at the moment, because that extra production is nice. I'm just not utilizing it very well. Vassalage, I feel like the free units and the experience are well worth the Turn of Anarchy and the high upkeep. So what I'm actually going to do here is I want to get literature so that I can get the national epic, since we do have a great person factory. It's just not fully up and running at the moment. Although it does have a very high population. It just has no production is its issue. In fact, I really should be whipping here a lot more, considering it already has a high population. Okay, we're doing great for resources. Yeah, we're doing phenomenal for resources. I'd like to get the deer hooked up, just for healthiness' sake. And I think we're about ready to start this war. Yeah, we're probably about ready.
Not at all similar are the race of the immortal gods, and the race of men who walk upon the earth.
Okay, here's my plan in this war, because we have by far the biggest military in the game. As we can see from these the flexing arm strength things, they're all green, and the numbers are above 1, which is our ratio of units, or strength at least. We have by far the biggest army in the world. We are terrifying. If we hit F9 and we go to our power chart, that is us. That's Rome. We have a way more powerful army than anyone else. There's no way anyone would be stupid enough to declare war on us right now because they know that we are forced to be reckoned with. We are mighty Rome. I don't care too much about taking their capital of Athens. My main concern is take enough cities that they'll capitulate and become our lackey, but I need to take Sparta. Even if they're willing to capitulate before that, I'm taking Sparta because that's their holy city of Judaism. That's going to be worth a lot of money. If they've ever put a great profit in there, or I could put a great profit in there, then that'll generate money for every single city in the world that has Judaism in it. That I can use as a huge financial backbone for my army. So I need to take Sparta. Let's go ahead and get a road there early, just to get more cows later for trade. And I want to chop that jungle because jungle is garbage and I don't want that spreading. So let's go ahead and take every catapult and every Praetorian. Come on. And send it up there when it can. Because that will be our army for now. Cyrus is encroaching on my land a little bit. His army is much weaker than mine. He'd be stupid to declare war right now. I should get longbowmen just in case, though, to help secure cities. I'm going to switch you to longbowmen, your main military city right now. But we already have plenty of Praetorians. We need longbowmen at the moment. And in fact, I'm not going to... There we go. I told it to not automatically send the units up there so I can manually tell the longbowmen to go to different cities and protect them. Whatever ones I think need protection the most right away. If you have 3 longbowmen in every city, the AI is not going to do much to you in a war. Longbowmen stay relevant for a very long time and are great for city defense. 3 in a city is basically enough to ward off all but the scariest of enemy armies. I want to get that faster. Sorry, China, I'm not giving you war stuff. I'm not gonna help you become stronger. I'd actually really like the library first, and then you can pick up the other things, because I really want to start making that into a great person factory already. Should have gotten this wine up and running faster, actually. We can go ahead and set everybody's thing to up there. Manually set you to not have it. We almost have aesthetics, which means we can really up our culture if we would like to. Which is not a huge concern of us at the moment, but it would be nice.
Art for art's sake is an empty phrase. Art for the sake of truth. Art for the sake of the good.
Okay, we could get an early
That is
statue
the
of
fate
Zeus,
of
or
science.
it would be crazy late statue of Zeus, but it cuts your, it makes the enemy suffer way more war wariness, which we might have some long wars. Great artists, which I'm not thrilled about, but it never goes bad, and we have ivory. Often I end up ignoring all wonders, which is a common thing to do, but I think I will actually try for a late statue of Zeus. We'll see how it goes. Alright, I think next turn is the turn I want to start this war. So let's just, let this turn finish, naturally. Everyone stopped moving, okay. Fiddle around with this a little bit. Okay, I'm happy with that. We're only at 50% science rate, which is low. However, because we're making so much science and money across the whole empire, it's actually a lot considering it's only 50% this early in the game. Alright. Greece, we basically double you in strength. And they are not the vassal of anyone, that's always good to check. So if I hold down Alt and click on them, I declare war. Shift Alt to toggle war plan. I don't even know what that means. Okay. We're going through the jungle, so we're more protected. You can see that we're now paying a lot more money because we have, I believe it's F2 for financial advisor. There we go. We now have unit supply. This is how much you pay for units outside of your borders. Unit cost is for ones in your borders. Unit cost is much cheaper than unit supply. Hinduism is spread to us. I do not want to accept the state religion. I'll probably accept Judaism as my state religion once I have the holy city of Judaism. Okay, we have our first dude there. We're gonna send him... They have 2 archers. Yeah, I'll still send it up there, though, because that's gonna be a city that Greece is probably really gonna aim at. It's also producing units, which helps. I'm actually gonna tell him to stop sending units up there, so I can sneak a few Praetorians in here, because I have a feeling those cities are barely defended. I might not even need catapults for them. That is a Persian guy just going through, okay. Okay, so we've got our eyes on one of their cities now. That is barely defended at all. We're going to take that one in one turn, no problem.
Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested.
I might actually want to progress towards theology soon, because I will have a state religion of Judaism that I'll have the Holy City for, and I want to make the most out of that. However, metal casting I would rather have first. Okay, let's start taking the city. Ah, come on. There we go. There we go. They had to move units in here last minute, and I still took it. And they'll get to work on a courthouse as soon as they can. Make sure that is nice and secure. We'll heal up there. Good. My other city there that I'm going to use to siege them is now better defended. I only need one turn to heal there. These guys will need more, though. And I do not use up unit supply while there, because that city, even though it's still an anarchy as we're taking it, does count as our property. So we're using unit cost instead, which is much cheaper. Saves us a little bit of money. Just gotta keep cottaging up for Rome. Four turns. Okay, who's most hurt? You? Get some upgrades to heal faster. We have no medic, actually, which is a shame. Now you only need one turn for the whole army. Okay. I do love having enough experience for units right off the bat to get 2 city attack promotions. One trait that I often play with that I find very fun, although I've read it's considered one of the weaker traits, is aggressive. Starting with the Strength 1 promotion, I absolutely love. In fact, my favorite leader to play as is Stalin. He's industrious and aggressive, and he starts with mining and hunting. All around, I find that incredibly fun. I've heard he's mediocre at best, but it's fun. Let's go ahead and... Right, we can't get a workshop yet because we don't have metal casting. Keep forgetting. Okay, we're gonna need to get bureaucracy soon. And you'll just defend this city. Let's talk to Greece. You will not capitulate yet. What's the price for peace? They're willing to give me a lot, though. It is good to note that they are aware that they're definitely on the losing side of this war. I'll leave 2 of my weakest Praetorians there to defend the city. They'll both just get some generic upgrades. Oh yeah, they've got almost nothing defending that city. I knew they would split their army too thin. To be fair, they don't have a very big army, so I guess that makes sense. Guess just keep working for commerce. Okay, we're gonna take Sparta soon. We're gonna attack from the woods, which means we have defensive bonus if they were to attack back and try and weaken us as we come at them. You know, throw some catapults our way or something. We don't have a road on that corn still, although we do have corn. Okay, well first, gonna control-click to get all of our catapults, and then we're gonna hit B for bombard to knock out the walls and cultural defenses. There's not much in there. Do we even want to wait till next turn when they might have more units? I'd rather throw some Praetorians at them. We have more than we need. We're getting bad dice roll here. Okay. Okay, we can mop the floor with them. We just took their holy city. That's gotta hurt. And they're probably... You can see there they had another chariot in there. I think that was a spare. Yeah, it might be. Well, we have our great general. I think this is going to be our military city anyway, so... I should use my first general to lead as a warlord, though, to get a super medic. And plus, once you have one unit with enough experience total, that'll allow you to get to the heroic epic, which would be very useful in that city. So I think that would probably be the best idea long term. You want to capitulate yet? Okay, not yet. I did only take 2 cities, although he did lose a big city there. Also, I didn't catch what we lost there. Did we lose our dude down here? No, we did not! They got an extra unit in there who I just killed. Oh, we lost a catapult down there. With their few swordsmen coming through, I think we'll be okay. I'm feeling pretty confident, I've got to say. Only need 2 turns to heal, it's not bad. Wow! I snuck by with 1 squad and took another city. Ouch. You know what, the money's more important than growing the city at the moment. We can already have another dude running up there. Why are you using that tile when you could use the one with the cottage? God. Stupid decisions it makes. Keep that for... Actually, no, you can have that start going up towards Sparta. Okay, we're gonna take Athens next then. They'll definitely capitulate after I take their capital. Seems like it's their only other city that's particularly important. Let's go ahead and get a road down there. Guess we'll put one there because the game really thinks we need one there. I don't know why it thinks that. I'm gonna start chopping these woods early. We need a road right there, apparently. Actually, a road right here would be fine. Road right here and there, actually, would be nice. Finally, we have metal casting.
And them that take the sword shall perish by the sword.
Machinery is also wise, but I think I want to go civil service first for the sake of farming. Actually, you know what? Just leave 2 of them. We'll be fine. Athens is super close anyway. Have one there, we have one going there, let's send one there. It's not even gonna use a lot of those cottages, probably. It's probably a waste of my time. Well, they sent some units in my way. Don't know how smart that was, because it's not like the chariot's gonna survive the army, so they just basically threw me a free chariot to kill. Statue of Zeus done, I forgot I was building it! Oh, wow. Oh, we can already make a heroic epic. Okay. Nice. Keep forgetting I have a great person factory there that I really need to be on top of using. Wow, they really do not have a proper military. I don't even need to throw catapults at these things. Man, they just really weren't ready for this war. They're at the bottom of the scoreboard now. You ready to capitulate? Yep. They're now my lackeys. Which means I essentially own this peninsula. Or this section of the continent, not really a peninsula. Wow, they stretch far. So it's Persia next. Persia's pretty big too. Let's get all cities to start producing units and sending them over there, because that'll be my next war. Except for my production city there, which will just continue to do longbowmen where they are. Okay. So, this is probably a really good place to end it. Let's just go one more turn. So I can deal with a bit of the cleanup here. I'm just gonna send all of you straight down there, because you're my standing army, and I want you in position as soon as possible. But my score just skyrocketed because the Greek Empire is now a subsidiary of the Roman Empire. I'm their boss. They're not allowed to get freedom again unless they have half of their original land, half of the size of my land, and half of the... oh, what was it? Let me check. They need 100% of their original land size, which they are not close to, at least half the population of me, and half the land of me. As I start to take more countries and capitulate more people, and have more cities, that'll be impossible. And until that happens, they always have to give in to my first demand that I make. After that, if I do more demands, they can use that as an excuse to break capitulation. And if I declare war on anyone, or if anyone declares war on me, they are in the war too, to help me. However, if anyone declares war on them, I'm also pulled into the war. That barely matters, though, because, no one's gonna declare war on them if they're not already gonna be willing to declare war on me, because I'm the biggest power in the game right now. You'd be stupid to go to war with Greece knowing that Rome would be in the war as well. So you become very powerful as you start steamrolling through enemies. Once you have a few countries on your side, it's like 3 against 1, 4 against 1, 5 against 1 in every war you do, and the numbers are on your side. I know there are a lot of experienced players that don't really like capitulation because of this. It's very, not necessarily exploitable, but it just is very easy. And I can understand that. I'm not good enough to warrant not taking advantage of this massive, massive advantage you get for using it. So that's my excuse. I like the idea of it. The execution is a bit lame. You want me to go to... China wants me to go to war with Mongolia. That surprises me so much. No, I don't want to do a war right now. I'm still moving my troops, and Mongolia's crazy far away. They're all the way in this little corner here. Mongolia's... wow. Yeah, Mongolia's also very low on the scoreboard. Because it's just this little nub over here. Wow, they got shafted on their capital location. Look at all these plains. I mean, food-rich a bit, yeah. Food-rich capital, but... man, tundra and desert, wow, they got shafted on that. Right, I said one more turn and I'm doing more turns. Welcome to playing Civilization. This is what happens. I'll just get everyone to move, and I'll finish up what I was doing. And then everything will be hunky-dory. Just because I don't want to forget the next time I record this. Okay, we're losing a lot of money per turn. So we're going to have to really, really bring down our science temporarily. I also completely forgot that I want 2 great scientists in there. And after they're done with that stuff, I want you to get a national epic, then the lighthouse, then the forum. Okay. Okay. That's it for this thrilling episode. I hope you enjoy it. Again, if you saw me do anything stupid and you want to point that out to me, let me know in the comments section. I'll be reading all the comments like usual. And until next time, have a nice day.